Inside these bottles are perfumes that almost disappeared. What if you could smell the perfume that was made for a lady in, let's say, 1890, the original formula, for a lady of the Gilded Age? I wonder what that would smell like. Most people come to Versailles for the kings, the mirrors, and the gardens. I came for something you can't see at all, a form of French heritage you can't frame, hang on a wall, or keep forever in the usual way: perfume. Today I'm in Versailles and I'm going to take you to the only perfume archive in the world. It's called Osmothèque. This isn't a museum of bottles. The real collection is invisible. It's the perfumes themselves, perfumes that might otherwise disappear from memory. And later I'll show you how I managed to take home the scent of forbidden fruit from 1914, and that changed how I think about modern perfume. This is a place where perfume is treated as cultural memory, not just names and bottles, but actual scents reconstructed from their original formulas. But how do you preserve something that evaporates? At the Osmothèque, preservation is not guesswork. A perfume has to be understood through its formula and its materials. Ingredients are weighed, measured, balanced. A perfume feels like emotion, but it's built with precision. A perfumer composes with materials like a musician composes with sound. When the materials change, the perfume changes. And when the formula is lost, the way the past actually smelled can vanish, and with it, the tastes, customs, creativity of a past era. But even if you have the formula, there's another battle: time. Perfume also has enemies: light, heat, and air. So these perfumes are kept in darkness, like this bottle containing Guerlain's Shalimar, the version from 1925, protected behind glass and stored at 12 degrees Celsius or 54 degrees Fahrenheit in a kind of chilled twilight designed to keep a 100-year-old dream from evaporating. The goal is not just to keep a beautiful bottle. It's to protect the scent inside for as long as possible. And even here, nothing is truly permanent. The Osmothèque can slow time down, but it can't stop it completely. Did you know that some of the most famous perfumes in the world are actually lost? Perfumes disappear, a house closes, a formula changes, an ingredient gets banned, and even a famous name can survive while the original scent quietly vanishes. If you're enjoying this visit inside a world most people never see, please like this video and subscribe, and share it with someone who loves perfume and French heritage. Did you know that some famous perfumes are no longer exactly what they once were? Sometimes the name survives, but the original version becomes difficult or almost impossible to smell. That's why a place like this matters. It protects not only a luxurious creation, but memory. Another part of the Osmothèque's mission is sharing knowledge, teaching students and perfume lovers how to recognize and understand perfumes from different periods. It gives people the language behind what we usually experience only as instinct or emotion. It's one thing to see these formulas locked away in a cold room, but it's another thing to breathe them in. The true magic happens when the doors to the archive open. I was able to experience these legendary scents at an Osmothèque conference where blotters were passed around so we could smell perfumes spanning over 100 years. One of the perfumes I was able to smell was Le Fruit Défendu, or the Forbidden Fruit, created for fashion designer Paul Poiret's brand Parfum de Rosine around 1914. I took the blotter home and it perfumed my office for several days. That told me something. This was not a shy perfume. It had depth, presence, and a real trail. What surprised me was how modern it felt. Warm, fruity, almost peachy, the kind of gourmand perfume you could imagine someone wearing today, not something I imagined from 1914. When you look at the clothing of the period, layered dresses and heavier fabrics, it makes sense. These perfumes had to make themselves felt through layers of fabric to leave a presence in a room even after a woman had left it. What fascinates me about French excellence, it's the decision that certain knowledge is worth protecting and preserving. A perfume may seem light and decorative, but it can carry a whole world. A period and its style, a social code, a memory, and a gesture of elegance. To smell an old perfume is to meet the past in one of the most intimate ways possible, not through an image, but through the air. This was just a first glimpse into the many layers of this scent archive. Alors là, je sors de la conférence. I just came out of the conference, and I think we sampled 16 different perfumes, and the oldest was from 1890. So my head is spinning a little bit, but they were fascinating. If you're interested in perfume, you absolutely have to go to the Osmothèque in Versailles. They have so many samples of fabulous perfumes. One was Shalimar that we all know from Guerlain, but it was the version from the 1920s. Absolutely extraordinary. The notes were much deeper and richer than the Shalimar we smell today. Some masterpieces hang on museum walls. Others are kept in darkness, in cold, so that one day someone can still smell them.